Hello, everybody. Give me a two if you can hear me okay. Give me a two if you can hear me okay. Give me a two. Real quick, before I put my face on the screen, what I need you to do is take a screenshot of this picture. Give me a two if you can hear me. Somebody said no sound. Give me a two if you can hear me okay. All right, good. So, everybody, take a screenshot of the picture that is here on the screen. Take a picture really quick. If you are in Guru VIP, Guru One on One, or Guru Elite, we will have a deep dive coming next week. But everybody here on YouTube, I love y'all. This is where I started. So I will be going deep here with you guys. All right. So now that our screenshots are done, hello, how are you? Before we get started, elephant in the room. Flexi Bride set going on. You'll be getting that video tomorrow, which is why I'm here today, because I know that I won't get that video done no time soon today. So you'll have it tomorrow. But I still wanted to show you this. No lag, no echoes. Perfect. Okay, so really quick, I want to know, I miss you, Tanya, I miss you so much. I miss all of you. I do. And I promise I'm gonna be more active. Is this background music bothering y'all? Let me know. I'm gonna get way more active on here, but I've just had so much other stuff like going on behind the scenes, good stuff. Normally, when people say they've had a whole bunch of stuff going on, I mean, it's something wrong, bro. They've been nothing wrong. Everything is amazing, but because things have been so good, there have been times where I'm going to miss certain things, and YouTube is one of those things that I am missing. So I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys attention because I've been filming all day for Guru VIP. Everybody knows if you are a part of Guru VIP, you check the portals, and Guru VIP, Guru One on One, everybody, you check the portals. And once you check the portal at the beginning of every month and at the end of every month, you have so much freaking content. And if you haven't checked in a while, you got a whole bunch of stuff to catch up with. All right. I have some candles to send you coming your way. Oh, I can't wait. All right. So give me a two if you deal not give me a two. Let me know and have detail if you can. What issues do you deal with within your scalp or with your hair shaft? Do you have any type of inflammation like burning, itching, flaking, tingly? What you are identifying as dry scalp? Like, what are the problems that you're having? Oh, you just bought two more of my herbs. Listen, well, I love you because guess what? Your stuff went to the post office this morning. I have all orders shipped out. So if you order any orders that come like from this point, like this very second, what time is it? It's 2:28 on what's today? On the 28th of whatever the hell month this is. So at this point, everybody orders that came before this day is in there. And the blue tea, listen, that will be back in stock by the end of next month, I promise. Okay, so and then by the way, this is dandelion and chicory root. So really quick, do have scalp in here, but other places. Listen, what problems did you have in your hair and scalp, and which Olaplex product fixed it? Listen, I love this so much because I feel like now at this point that everybody is starting to learn and identify with the science. Just to let y'all know, if I keep looking at my hair, it's driving me crazy. I'm grown. I'll be wearing my hair like this. Anyway, um, if you are having any problems like with your scalp and with using Olaplex and stuff like that, it's because you didn't use the product properly. You're not paying attention to the science. Oh, that's what you want. Good. I have a video coming on dandelion root and chicory root. That's what one of the videos I just got done recording today. Driver. Yeah, so For me, I just want us to be at a place where we can have real conversations and we're not constantly like going back in the past and being like, oh, but in the back in the day, my auntie used to do this to her hair and it was cool. Or my auntie used to do this to my hair and it was cool. It's something that I want to say, but I don't know if y'all ready for a real conversation today. I don't know. I'm just keep talking and I'm gonna feel the energy of the people that's in the room, and I'm gonna judge based on y'all energy of whether or not we gonna have this freaknik conversation. Not freaknik conversation per se, but I don't know. It's still about hair, but I'm just gonna be drawing the parallel of us building up our own stuff. But I don't know if y'all ready, so I'm gonna just wait until more of y'all tell me y'all ready. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. I have seborrheic dermatitis, but I switched from Shea Moisture to Olaplex and use medicated shampoo, so my scalp is better than ever. Yes, listen, peep game. Shea Moisture is cool, but for one, Shea Moisture ain't even made. That ain't made by no black people. They just know y'all ass like shea butter, so they start shea butter, baby. But they like they knew it didn't do nothing. They know it doesn't do anything to the hair. They've always known that. And they've also known that y'all will believe them way faster than y'all will believe somebody that look like y'all. So, but I'm very, very glad that you went and you followed the science. So, it's official. I know only my OGs are gonna appreciate this. If you are new to my channel, oh my god, hi. I'm about other stuff. Hi. We're gonna get into new stuff. If you not from here and you don't know what happened, okay? But real quick, I want to say last month I officially got done answering rice water comments, right? Answer back rice water comments. And now I'm constantly getting apologies, right? I'm constantly getting apologies from people with rice water days and all of that, which is cool. But I want us to get to the place where we can have conversations like I wish that the rice water thing happened now, today, right? So we can have a real conversation and nobody get in their feelings, nobody get mad, because all of the women who are now writing me privately, apologizing to me, and then asking me for help that I'm not giving, because you shouldn't have been talking crap and I probably would have helped you freely, but I ain't now. But anyway, now instead of everybody going through all of that stuff, we could have just started here, just observing, just listening to each other, just hearing each other out, just not being combative. Everything that's coming out of my mouth is coming from love, girl, boy. It ain't nothing to fight about. Hair is nothing to be irritated about. If I say something and it make you feel away, if anything that comes out of my mouth makes you feel anything but love, you should check yourself. And this is what I mean by that. You should figure out what about me is causing a negative reaction in you, because my intention is not to cause a negative reaction in you. And a lot of times you need to be triggered to make changes. So that could be what this is. That could just be a trigger. That doesn't mean that I'm trying to be disrespectful. That doesn't mean that I'm trying to be argumentative. It could have just mean that I hit a trigger. Okay? Okay. All right. Be yourself. I love you. Back in the day, we got our hair done once a week, and that was it. Listen, none of this keeping it wet all day, every day. Listen, that's what's crazy to me. And like I don't even want to say, oh, I ain't trying to get on Gina Curl. It don't got nothing to do with that. It's what it is. So we think that. And the reason that I'm moving slow is because I don't want to get ahead of myself from the video that I just recorded, because I was just recording a video kind of talking about this. So for the most part, like most of us, we pick and choose which parts of other cultures we want to use. We pick and choose which parts of other nationalities and other hair growth regimens that we want to use, so that we'll be able to kind of be lazy as it pertains to our hair care practices. And I'm just being real, because at the end of the day, like our moms, our grandmas, and stuff like that, they had super duper beautiful, long and thick hair. And my mother took me to get my hair done every single week. Well, no, yeah, my mama took me to get my hair done every week. Every week we was going to Dodie. Every week we was going to Dodie house. And then my old best friend when I was little, her mother did hair. Her name was Bianca. Hey Bianca, if you watching. Her mama did hair. And her mama used to do my mama hair and my hair. And we got our hair done every week. And the only thing I did was wrap my hair up at night. And then I wrap my hair up I unwrap my hair in the morning. That was it. Wasn't no putting all these products in my hair and letting my hair dry for 37 days. And then this is the part that some people may not like, but it is what it is. Like, we cannot act like everything that came from the generations before us was good. Because now we can see, and I've been saying this for years, Mary, like, oh, respect your elders. Like, man, watch out. At the end of the day, the only difference between us and a lot of women that's older than us is our age. Because I know y'all done seen the Freaknik stuff, and I've been saying that for a long ass time. Now people trying to write in like, oh, that's against, we all know they was recording, that's against the law. No, it ain't, sucker. And they're not gonna win, because the law says if somebody recording you and you see them recording you, and then you keep dancing, you keep doing what you was doing, that means you knew they was doing it. You ain't have a problem with the Ethel. So Ethel, you was throwing that ass in the circle. Ethel, we gonna see it. So all of the older women that be talking about my people, we get it from y'all. That's what be killing me. Like, older generation like talking about this generation. You are a product of where you come from. The thoughts in my generation, they got their hands on their knees, on their thought shit, they get it from their mama. Huh? My generation wasn't the first to have their titties out. They was just the first to do it on camera and then post it. They just got no shame. That's the only difference. So I know that seems off topic, but it's really not. We cannot pick and choose which pieces of history we want to use. At the end of the day, you really have to sit down, look at the things that have already been discovered before you, and then sit down and take the things that make sense, take the things that can be useful to your life right now, and then leave those things that are not behind. Because we must remember, communication is a two-way street and not a one-way road. How do you loosen stubborn dandruff? So there's no way to, okay. If you have dandruff, you have a scalp infection. Dandruff is not dry scalp. If you have dandruff, you have a buildup of sebum within your sebaceous gland. Your sebaceous gland is a gland within your scalp that produces oil. So if you have too much, if you have really, really, really dry scalp, it's because your follicle is so inflamed that your skin cell turnover cycle is happening every other day, or every 5 days, every 7 days, instead of every 28 days. So you'll have to go over a couple of my old videos, but there's no such thing as stubborn dandruff. If you have dandruff is a scalp infection. Dandruff and seborrheic dermatitis are the same thing. Dandruff is a mild version of seborrheic dermatitis, but seborrheic dermatitis and dandruff are the same thing. They are both an infection within the follicle where there is an overabundance of sebum, acid, and yeast within the hair follicle because the scalp is not being cleansed properly, or because there is some type of imbalance within the gut, some type of hormonal imbalance or something like that is causing an overproduction of sebum, and you're not removing it properly. So I can guarantee you that if you have dry scalp, you've been putting oil on your scalp to try to get rid of it, and in reality, you're making it worse. It's the equivalent to having a bowl that is completely full and you're filling the bowl up with more water to empty the bowl. You can't empty a bowl by putting more water in the bowl. So that's how I want you to think about it. But do your research, and if you need more help learning how to get rid of it, then book a one-on-one. Be like Shaq and Black. What happened? As an elder, I own it, but I was with my big cousin. Yeah, and I appreciate you for owning it. Okay, I really do appreciate you for owning it because I've okay, because y'all don't know me. So I'm that kid that they be like, she got a smart ass mouth. Because I used to be like, you, auntie, you got 6 baby daddies. And all of your kids is back to back. So it's like, why are you talking about her and calling her fast for having on a short skirt when you got 6 baby daddies, auntie? And all your kids is a year apart. Freaknik. Hey. So I believe that if everybody be on the same page and instead of older women coming down on younger women and vice versa, if the younger women begin to train up the younger women that are coming after them, I feel like the world would be a different place. I cannot remember. It's an older lady. I cannot remember her name. If y'all know her name, put it in the comments. And when I get out of here, I'll go back to it. So I'll go back to it. So go back to her name and put it in the description box so I can remember. And she said something so deep. She said, when men see younger men, they see their younger selves. When men see younger men, they see their younger self. But when women, and this is not everybody, if the shoe does not fit, do not put it on. I am not talking to you if this is not you. I ain't talking to you if you don't feel like this. You ain't got to defend it. I ain't talking to you. So, like I said, she said, men see their younger self in younger men, but older men see their younger self in younger men, whereas older women see themselves as younger women. Older women see themselves as younger women, not as their old self. They don't see their younger self in younger women. They see themselves as the younger woman's competition or as the younger woman's equal, instead of teaching, saying, hey, these are the mistakes that I made. This is what I did. Don't do that. But that's not what happened. Like, I've been, that's all I'm gonna say. And I'm going through everybody's questions real quick, and then I'm gonna sign off. If y'all don't have questions, because I'm literally here just to see if y'all have questions. If y'all don't have none, then I don't want to be talking, because then I'm gonna be talking about all of the stuff that I just recorded because it's fresh on my mind. Because I literally just got done filming. We must remember some people stand on the broken parts of other person's life because they can't stand on their own. Very true. But that's what I mean. Thank you, Tanya. I love you. I miss you dearly. I miss you so much. And you got something to tell me? I've been thinking about you. I'll be praying up for you all the time. Since the last little brief conversation we had, I've been praying for you all the time. Like, she good no matter what. Forget it. And you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, but I ain't gonna go. Like, I love you. Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate you so much. Exactly. There is a reason a lot of moms never let their girls go anywhere or do anything without telling them why. If older women would give their true testimony, it would be a beautiful thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, listen, I have a daughter. When my daughter, obviously, like, my daughter's 11 right now, I'm not about to have certain conversations with her, but when she gets to certain places, I'm not going to be like, oh no, don't do that because you fast. No, watch out. Like, Let's go back and make sure that they don't run into those barriers, because I believe that the reason that Black people are constantly in the same pocket is because whenever one generation learns, they be like, I don't remember, I don't want to talk about it, it's in the lake of forgetfulness. Like, lake of forgetfulness, these nuts. Go get a boat. Go get a boat. And see, Hulu then went and got the boat, and now we driving and riding down the lake of forgetfulness, and a lot of them don't like it. But it's not a big deal, because if you share your story, like Tanya, I ain't telling none of your business, but Tanya is an amazing example of that, because Tanya is one of those women, like, she will tell you her story. No fucking shame. No shame whatsoever. No shame whatsoever. And I remember when she told me her story, it made me like, damn, like, okay, because she is older than me. I don't think Tanya's old enough to be my mother, but maybe. But I remember when Tanya told me her story, it made me like, okay, I'm not crazy. Like, I'm not behind in life. I'm not doing anything wrong. But my generation of women, we in our 20s thinking that we behind in life because the women that came before us, like, I'm perfect, I'm perfected. No, you wasn't. Y'all was in Freaknik. What you talking about? The thoughts of today got all of that shit from their mamas. The thoughts of today ain't just starting for no reason. They got that shit from their mama. Like, dudes ain't just started cheating on their wives. Side chicks ain't just come around. Y'all got that shit from y'all mamas. Is the difference between products that say moisturizing and products? No, there's not a difference. It's stop. Don't pay attention to the label and what the label says. Pay attention to the ingredients. Learn about the ingredients. That's why I tell y'all, learn about the science of hair. When you in the beauty supply store, don't go in the beauty supply store and look at for stuff that you've seen on YouTube. Do not do that. Don't do that. That's why I barely make product tutorials and stuff like that, because I don't want you making product choices based on, oh, Sia said in this video. No, I want you to make product selections based on what you know about your hair. For example, me constantly making videos telling y'all to study herbs first. So for example, if you study herbs, let's say for example, you're a person with low porosity hair. You've been paying attention to what I say, right? You see a product in the store that has aloe in it. If you're a person with low porosity hair, you're gonna look right past the word aloe, right? It's not gonna be no long, drawn out thing. No, you know the science of hair. You know that as a person with low porosity hair, aloe is made of the same exact proteins that your hair is made of. It's a strong protein. So the last thing you want to do if you have low porosity hair is use any product with aloe in it. That is the parallel that I want you to make, right? By you knowing the science of hair, and like by you understanding the science of hair and everything that goes into it, it makes it easier for you to be able to pick out products, right? Shame is the only emotion you have to co-sign for shame. But see, this is the thing. I don't really agree with that, because it's all everything is all a matter of perception. So if you perceive somebody pointing out an old action of yours as somebody pointing out a flaw, then that is your perception. But at the end of the day, I believe, and this is just my belief, you don't have to believe it. I believe that we're here to learn, right? So if you're here to learn, and if you were a thought in your 20s, then you need to learn those thought lessons and then learn how to apply them and go back, right? Go back and get back when you see yourself in another girl that was the same age that you was. Like, if your thought days was from 24 to 28, and then you see a girl that's 25 doing the same thing, don't shame her. try to really sit down and without shame or without the feeling of shame, sit down and really, really sit with her and try to come at her from the place that you know you were at when you was at that place in life. But to me, and I'm not talking about you, but this is just why I say I don't agree with that. I feel like the problem with people is people big enough to do the crime, but not big enough to do the time. You big enough to do it, but you not big enough to face it. Like, it's like, oh, shame. It ain't no shame. You wasn't shame when you was doing it. So why can't somebody bring up what you did? Especially if the bringing up of your past is going to help somebody elevate. Like, I filed bankruptcy before. When I teach classes, it's one of the first things that I teach. Why? Because I know from my experience over the years, from my failures, I understand how to not make that mistake again. And I also understand how to I have put together a blueprint that I could give to a woman or a man that I see right at the place that I was at right before I made the mistake that led me to bankruptcy. I could see them be like, hey, don't do that. Do this instead. Because I went through this, and because I did this, this didn't happen. And if you do this, this is gonna happen. And the thing is, you like, just like on here, a lot of people, when I talk and say the stuff that I say, it bothers a lot of people for years. But guess what y'all don't see is the emails that I get, the hundreds of emails that I get from the same women who call me out of my name are also in my DMs or in my emails crying and apologizing to me for disrespecting me. And it is what it is. I'm not here for the YouTube fame. It's way deeper than that. So that's what I mean. I don't believe in like, oh, having shame. Don't bring it to the surface. The reason that everybody has the problems that they have, and this is my opinion, is because nobody is able to face their own shit. Everybody's big and bad. Everybody can get on YouTube, have reaction channels. Everybody has an opinion on everybody else's shit. But when it's time to face your shit, nobody can do it. It's like, don't shame me. Don't point fingers. No. It don't work like that. It's just, and that's just my opinion. My scalp is itchy, it's not dry, and I don't have dandruff. I wash my hair with shampoo weekly. If your scalp is dry, there is inflammation. You just have to find out what type of inflammation. There's no reason for your hair, if the sebum isn't coming out of your follicle, something's stopping it from coming out. So either your diet needs to change to increase your sebum production, or your follicle is blocked. There could be nothing else. I'm 52. My story made me who I am today. If my story helps one young lady, then I have done my... Listen, Tanya, you already know what I told you. I told you a while ago, you need to write a book. And I still mean it, especially now. Shit, girl, especially now. Unless you got an update from then. And then if it's something different from what you told me last time, you really, girl. But like, for real, all jokes aside, like, to me, I believe that the world would be a million times better if every woman, if every super duper fine and seasoned woman, I ain't calling you older, I'm calling you super seasoned, right? Like, you marinated, like when you in your early 20s, your mid 20s, like, girl, they just been, girl, you chicken that just got taken out. You just thawing out a little bit. But when you hit 50, I believe you've been marinating for a minute. And it's Hey Sam, I have to teach my daughter at 23, and I do let her know what I did in my youth so she does not repeat the things that I did. Oh, from my soul. Like, I wish you could see my eyes getting like, oh, my soul loves you. Like, I'm so serious. Like, it's literally one of my pet peeves, because I have so many people in my family who like, what? I don't remember. It's like, my nigga, how do you not remember what you did? And I remember what you did because I was there and I was little. Like it makes my skin crawl because I know that so many problems that my generation of women run into, they wouldn't run into if their mamas would just tell them what it is. And I know that for a fact because both of my parents put me up on game. My mama was never like, nope, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Like, I knew my mama and my daddy smoked weed. I knew that my mama and my daddy used to grow it in the backyard. Like, I knew everything. They didn't judge me. Like, granted, they wouldn't let me do certain stuff, but they like, no, you can't do that right now. Yes, I know how it is because I used to smoke for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. My mama told me straight up, she was like, remember when you used to get up and you would see that towel at the bottom of the door? You never smelled nothing, but remember that towel? Remember that little tin tray? Remember that? That was my mama weed tray, and she used to smoke weed before she went to work every day. I didn't know that when I was younger because I didn't have to know. But when my parents found out that I was smoking weed, she told me that, or not I wasn't smoking, but I had one. It wasn't like a habit like it is now. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, my parents let me know straight up, like, this is what I used to do. This is where it led me to. My dad was like, I ain't saying there's nothing wrong with it. My dad told me straight up, the only reason I don't smoke that now is because I got to take a drug test because my daddy was, he was a social worker, mental work, and all that stuff. So my dad was like, if I wasn't getting drug tested, I would be doing it too. My parents put me up on game. My mom wasn't no virgin when she got married, and neither was my dad. My mama put me up on game. My mama had my brother. My mama got pregnant with my brother when she was 16. My mother put me up on game. She wasn't. I don't remember. Y'all young girls, like, if older women stop that shit, we will be okay. And to me, and this is just my opinion, every girl that I know who is not chaotic and who is not toxic got a real ass mama that put her up on game. So you, oh my God, like you, Dory, are life. Like, I just wish you could clone yourself over and over again. All right, I'm gonna wait like 5 minutes. Y'all go ahead and ask y'all questions. If y'all don't have no questions, I'm gonna leave because it's almost 3 o'clock. Your scalp isn't dry. You must remember. I think you wrote that again. Yeah, you. And then I used to think that too. I used to think that you can't change people, and that's true at a sense. It just depends on like how everybody will make a change depending on what's important to them. So if something is important enough to you, you'll make changes for it. Like if you want a job, what's wrong, baby? Take You got to get the little roll thing. You got the little bread roll thing. Because, and like I said, I kind of agree with you, but then I don't. Because my daddy taught me at a very young age that you teach people how to treat you. So yeah, close the door for me, baby. Close the door all the way. My daddy taught me a long time ago that you teach people how to treat you. So yeah, certain people, depending on who they are, no, you can't change people. But if somebody want to be around you enough, if somebody wants to be in your presence enough, oh yeah, yes you can. What do you mean? Because there are a lot of instances in where people feel like they can say whatever they want to say to you. They can talk to you however they want to talk to you. Like, I'm from Detroit, so when you walk into a room, you have to teach people how to treat you when you from the D. So that's why I don't really believe that. Because if I walk in the room looking as soft as wet tissue and then one person try me, they're going to be trying me to see if I'm really soft as wet tissue. And if I react like wet tissue, then everybody else who saw me, they're going to treat me like soft tissue. But if you come at me a certain way and my actions are different than that, whatever those actions may be, we ain't going there. Whatever those actions may be, then you now are either gonna say, "Oh, I ain't messing with her." I ain't messing with her. I ain't messing with her. Oh no, I ain't messing with her. Exactly. Just because you catch hell doesn't mean you have to hold it. Exactly. Okay, I think you just quote and stuff randomly quote. Yeah, cause see, you a deacon. So at this point, you just randomly like just you saying your favorite quotes and stuff. That's a blessing. But anyway, like I'm just a firm believer. You teach people how to treat you. All of that, like stereotypical turn the other cheek type of energy. To me, that doesn't work. Like it doesn't. And it looks like it works on the surface, right? On the surface, it looks like it works, but it's always something that'll come back up and rear its head if you don't teach people how to treat you. But like where I'm from, you teach people how to treat you one time, you never have to address it again. And then in reverse, if you teach people that they can talk to you any type of way, if you teach people that this is how you manage things and this is how stuff goes with you, then they're going to treat you accordingly. It's just as simple as that. So, thank you. So, I don't think anybody else has questions. Yeah, I didn't, and I'm gonna be honest. I apologize to everybody because I've been constantly responding to this, and I don't have my glasses on, so I didn't even see Associate Minister, a Reserve Deacon, Mr. Terry Jones. This is the thing. I'm gonna need y'all to go on and get a YouTube channel and go on there. This is not the place where you going door to door and knocking on the doors and actions and stuff. Go on to your church and pass out the pamphlets at Sunday school and you start you a YouTube channel and at Bible study you give everybody your YouTube channel and you tell them, hey, I'm gonna be preaching this shit on the YouTube and shit. So y'all come to the church and shit. Put that on the pamphlets at church and then let them come over there. But stop doing that. It's so annoying when y'all, this is not Sunday school. Okay? Okay. Yeah, nobody, Miss, don't, okay. See, my kids don't want to know about me before I was a mama. I try to tell them what it is, and they tell me it's not like that anymore. I've got to let them learn on their own. Like, and then that's true. How old are your kids? This is not a trick question. I'm about to be a smart ass. I promise. I just want to know how old are your kids? Yes, it's not Sunday school, and I'm not trying to be rude, but the like, I don't want to say the Bible hasn't changed because the Bible has changed every 12 years. They sit down and they take out the scriptures and stuff that they don't need no more. They take those out and then they print new Bibles that don't got the old scriptures in it. So it's not the same Bible that your grandma got way back in the day. But like this ain't Sunday school. God damn. And then too, wait, what did you say? Okay, so you said your kids are 17 and 18. So seeing that your kids are 17, 18, and we're gonna go after this. Boo. Like when I was 7, I didn't care nothing about nothing my mom was talking about until I was about 20. Not when your kids face some stuff, when your kids face some stuff that you told them, oh, this is a girl, youngest is a boy. Listen, keep putting your daughter up on game. Listen to me. Keep putting your daughter up on game. Tell her everything. My mama used to tell me stuff. I used to be like, oh my God, Mom, would you stop? I'm about to be 33. I still do that. Mom, TMI. I don't need to know that. Stop. It's 2023. Don't nobody do that shit no more, Mama. That was forever ago. My mom was born in 64. Mom, that was the 70s. I was born in the 90s and they wasn't doing that then. Like, I don't want to talk about that. Girl, bye. When your daughter gets older, and even older than she is now, let's say a year from now, and she gets faced with a situation that you already told her about, regardless of whether or not they say they want to hear it or not, she is listening. She cannot turn her ears off, and neither can he. So you tell your son about these thoughts out here bopping in these streets so he'll know the difference between a woman like you and these whores out here. You tell him the difference. And then your daughter, when she's facing, or your son too, when they are faced with situations that you've already told them about, they're gonna be like, hell no. My mama told me about this, because that's how I was. I was like, Daddy, you extra. Because my daddy was an old dude. Cowboys to girls. Like, I remember. Like, that's, if you not a certain age, you probably don't even know what that song is. I do. My dad was the old nigga, the Spinners. He was listening to the Spinners, the Delphonics, not the, you know what I'm saying, okay? Not the Temptations, older than them. But my daddy put me up on game. So he would be, oh, boys, because all of the stuff that he would tell me about boys and stuff, I was like, Daddy, you extra. And then when I was met with that situation, whoa, there's so many situations that I was not in. So many things that I avoided because my parents told me the real. They let me know that they had once experienced the things that I was going to run into, and that I wasn't alone with stuff. Even though I didn't want to hear it, I knew that if I was faced with a situation, I already knew what to do, because my parents put me up on game. They wasn't being fake. They already let me know that they was in the situation before too, so I had no shame. Never. I had no shame. Ever. Because I knew everything. So I understood, if I do something, it's only me making a mistake. And I understood how far my parents had went. And I'm like, I ain't did shit compared to the stuff you did. But the power that you have when you know that what you're doing is a mistake, when you know that there are levels to the things that you're living through, when your mother and the people that come before you not acting all perfect and shit, you know where to go. My generation don't know where to go or what to do. A lot of Black women are probably gonna leave when I say this, but y'all don't like the way that y'all see Black women talking to each other. Like, it's a term of endearment, bitch. You want to know why? Most Black women were called the first bitch by their mama. That's why y'all think it's cute to say that as a term of endearment as a friend, because your mama been calling you that for years. And if you not a woman who lived through that, then guess what? You are blessed, like I was, because my mother wasn't like that, but some of my aunties were. I didn't experience it, but I lived it and saw it on a regular basis. And the women who are having to defend themselves against their own mothers since their little girls grow up to be women who are on the defensive all the time. My daddy was an OG. These new kids are different, but I'll keep trying. But if the new kids, and I know you don't mean it like that, but if the new kids are different, whose fault is it? You're a product of where you come from. Like, this is the thing, and I know a lot of people are not gonna like this. My grandfather, so my mother's mother, and my mother's father, he had multiple side bitches. Multiples. They all knew my grandma was married. My grandma is in her 70s. My grandfather had multiple side bitches. When my grandfather died, there were women at the funeral, like, I buy clothes, I buy shoes for the kids. Yeah, I was messing with your husband, but I helped. Guess what? Some of the women that were sleeping with my grandfather are y'all's grandmas. If y'all live in the D, it's somebody's grandma right now. One of the chicks that was banging my grandpa, one of the many women that was banging my grandpa, is a deaconess at a church right now. Like, stop playing with me. The reason that Black people can't get ahead is because most people, when they get done doing their dirt, they go throw it in the lake of forgetfulness and act like ain't nothing ever happened. That's the problem. That's the problem. Nothing more, nothing less. But you know what? The fact that they friends are raised different is fine. I came to Vegas when I was 16, going on 17, and I was from Detroit, moving to Las Vegas. Those are two completely different cities. Oh my freaking god! I just wanted to jump off a bridge every day, but there were no bridges around. It's just all rocks. I like, oh my god, I there are no words that can explain to you how much I hated Nevada when I first moved here. Like, I am from Detroit, Michigan, where everybody got on either Forces, Pradas, J's, something. No disrespect to people here from California. No disrespectful from people from California, but baby, I was not used to seeing men, boys, with skinny jeans on and bands. I just Vans look like house shoes to me. I'm not saying now. I'm saying then. My 60-year-old mind. The boys in the G look a lot different than the boys out here. The boys out here pants was tighter than mine. You understand me? And they was pink, yellow, like, oh my god. Can y'all hear me? Give me a two if you can hear me. Like, I didn't know what the hell I was gonna do. So it was extremely difficult. Give me a two if you can still hear me. I'm gonna wait because my headphones. I don't want to keep talking. I don't think you guys can hear me. Can you hear me? Give me a two, somebody, if you can hear me. If not, we gonna go. I just don't want to keep talking if y'all can't hear me. I'm gonna wait. So I love y'all. We are gonna get off of here. I'm about to go get some editing done. I'm about to take this makeup off my face. But I love you guys. I do not know if y'all can hear me, and I don't want to keep talking because nobody has responded with a tool to let me know whether or not y'all can hear me. But for me, like, I just really wanted to come in here, do this live really quick just to see if y'all had any questions, to see if anybody was confused about anything. Thank you for that. And I'm really glad that you're not I'm really glad that you're not offended by me and anything that I have to say. I'm just like, we not going there. I respect you, and whatever you believe, however you find God, wherever you find God, I think that's great. And I'm sending you love in your journey and everything that you do. And you, at the end of the day, you can't get wet by the word water. God is God regardless of what name you give. I don't believe that God is a man or a woman because God isn't in a body. So why would God need a PP or a cootie pop? It don't really make sense. But I love y'all so much. Make sure your post notifications are on, and I will see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific time. I'm not saying any more questions, so I'm guessing you guys don't have any. I will see you later.